Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second episode of the Ball Boys podcast, man. And before we get into all the formalities, introducing people, we got some new faces on the show. I just want to say thank y'all to anyone who showed any type of love to our first episode, man. We was actually under expecting, me and Mohammed, we said over under 50 views for our first episode. We both said under. Naeem had some faith in us that we would get over, but he wasn't expecting to clear that our first episode. So we appreciate all the love that we get and all the support. And hey, man, I want to go to the two Mo's. Of course, I'm joined with here today, two Mo's, Naeem, Moji. Naeem, I'm going to start with you. How you feeling today on this fine Sunday evening, man?
Hey, man, feeling good. Another round of Premier League games, man. Can't wait.
Okay. And Moji, how you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty good, first United trophy since 2017, but I'll get into that later.
We're going to get into that later for sure. And ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by our first ever guest on the Ball Boys podcast, our good friend, Zaymons, man. Tell him how you feeling, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man. It's nice to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, man. It's a pleasure to have you with us. We're going to get into we got a long slate of games today, guys. We got probably about 6-7 games that we're going to talk about from multiple leagues, La Liga and the Premier League. Of course, we're going to start with the Prem mainly. So our first game that we got is Arsenal versus Leicester. Naeem, I'm going to start with you. What you gather from the game, man. We're going to go around like that.
All right. I think in our last video, I predicted this. I said 1-0 for Arsenal.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I've got to brag a little bit, man. But yeah, like another like early game. It was early for us in America, but yeah. I don't know what it is, man. Like Arsenal recently just haven't, like, they started off the year so hot. Like you could count on them scoring a couple goals a game. Now it's like they just scratch out a win with one goal, and it's just, I don't know how long they can keep it up. Honestly, one goal a game, and they're not looking like as potent every time they have the ball. I don't know, man. It might just be one slip up until City or United take that spot.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely one slip up. The table standings right now got Arsenal 2 points ahead of City. Of course, they do have that game in hand, but you also have to bear in mind that Arsenal still have to play. They still have some really difficult fixtures left. That City game is coming up quick, and it's going to be hard for them to keep it up if they keep playing like this. But I didn't think that they were necessarily like horrible that game. I thought they were they did a good job, especially in the first half. Moving the ball around the box pretty well. They're like camped outside of Leicester City's box in the first half. I saw a lot of movement from guys like Trossard and Martinelli, and I think that Saka had a pretty quiet evening. So did Odegaard. I didn't enjoy what I saw from Odegaard, but there was a lot of like moving the ball out wide from Arsenal, which I didn't understand. They would get into the wide areas. Martinelli would try to take on the Leicester City fullbacks, and they don't necessarily have any like aerial threats, especially up top when they're playing with the front three of Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli. So they would work the ball out wide, and they would literally they weren't looking to cross at all, unless it was from a set piece, a corners, free kick. They were not looking to cross, of course not, because you can't cross the Trossard and Saka. But I think that Arsenal, they started the game all right. Leicester, the main thing that I saw from Leicester was just obviously the counterattacking. Clichy and Nacho had a goal disallowed as well. Both teams had a goal disallowed. It was pretty crazy. But I think that particularly in the first half, it was Arsenal edged it, and then the second half was where they showed we gotta lock up shop, make sure you get out with a clean sheet and all that, and they were able to do that. In terms of the league title, in order to win the league, you always got to get results like this. You got to test the team. The team's going to be tried. It's going to be tested every single week in, week out. This is the Premier League, man. It's no easy games. So I think I'm impressed with the way Arsenal have been able to keep their composure, especially over the past few weeks. We talked last week about games like the Aston Villa game, even the United game where Nketiah got that late winner. It's a grind, man, to win this Premier League, and they're showing that they have the quality to do it. You mentioned that you don't know how long it can go on for, but it's just a grind, man. So that's what I gathered from that game.
But I also wanted to add on though, like the new additions that they have, like Trossard, Jorginho, stuff like that did really add depth to the team. Whereas like they don't have to rely on guys like Partey all the time with Jorginho being there, and then Trossard adds like another he's another threat on offensively. I think that would be like really helpful to them in the long run, and I think like just them like being added to the team makes Arsenal like even more of a threat than they were before. That's what I think.
For sure. And just to add to what you said about Trossard, not even just the fact that he's a threat, but the fact that he's so versatile. He can play out left if Martinelli isn't necessarily having the best of games. He can come out left. He can play through the center like game where he scored a goal, but it was disallowed. But he definitely is that threat. In terms of Jorginho, I just want to comment on how good he's actually been. It's shocked a lot of Arsenal fans. I follow a lot of Arsenal fans on Twitter, and it has shocked them how good Jorginho's been over these past few games. I mean, it's only been 3 or 4 games, but we can safely say that he's adding a different element to this Arsenal side. But another thing I wanted to comment on was in the second half, it was kind of interesting to me how Arteta decided to go with the midfield of Partey, Xhaka, and Jorginho. That was kind of crazy to me. Like, you got 3 stiff guys in the midfield trying to run up and down the pitch when you're trying to defend a 1-0 lead against Leicester City, when they're literally trying to run at you with guys like Harvey Barnes, Kelechi Iheanacho. Jamie Vardy came on in the second half. Like, that is crazy that you went with that midfield. But I guess it was just for some defensive stability, and they were able to get, the hard-fought victory. But that game, I think, we said a lot about this. Another thing was, I didn't like. Oh, I already commented on Odegaard, but I just want to say, like, I think that he was trying to force things a lot. And I mean, he's just that type of player. I always compared his role to like Kevin De Bruyne's role at Manchester City. Arteta's always going to want to deploy similar tactics that Pep employs at City, but he was trying really, really hard to force things yesterday, man, and. I think it's just a one-off game. He's been one of Arsenal's, if not Arsenal's best player this season. So it's not anything to worry about. But I just wanted to comment, like, man, he didn't look too good out there.
I wanted to add on for Trossard, man. Like, bro, like, if anyone knows what Trossard here, it's me. He gave us a hat trick at Anfield earlier this year, man, when he was at Brighton. But like, bro, they added another goal threat from the outside. Like, Saka, he can get you the goals. But Martinelli is who I want to talk about, man. Like, the hype before the World Cup, Martinelli this, Martinelli that, I don't want to hear it, man. Like, I never saw anything in him, bro. You can say he has no Brazilian flair. He's Brazilian by nation, but his name is Italian, man. Martinelli's Italian, bro. He plays an Italian player, bro.
Hey, Jorginho, same thing, man. He's the flip for Brazilian name, but he plays for Italy. That don't never make sense to me.
Bro, Martinelli just doesn't have that. Like, whenever we see with Brazilians, man, they always have that flair, that killer mindset. Like, they're gonna do something. Bro, I don't see it with Martinelli, man. Like, I don't see that killer mindset to finish.
I think Martinelli definitely has that flair.
I completely disagree. Martinelli's one of those players like that. Actually, that's actually the problem that most Arsenal fans have with Martinelli, is the fact that he's so direct and doesn't want to like lift his head up. They say he runs with his head down at all times. He's just trying to take on the fullback. And I think that's like one of the qualities that makes him though. Like, he can't. I see what you're saying though. He can't have a bad game. Like, when he's bad, like, it's very noticeable. Like, that he's having a poor game. But
I feel like that's for like every player that relies on like skill. Like, when they get shut down, like, you could
exactly. That's how it's always gonna be. And last thing I want to say about this game, we gave our credit to Arsenal, but I also want to give some credit to some of the Leicester City players who had some really good games. Wout Faes, Harry Souter, 6'6" Australian center back, big as hell. I discovered him at the World Cup in that game against Argentina, where he was just he's just standing firm, bro. And he did it in that game too, despite the loss. Him, Wout Faes, and Christiansen that they got from Copenhagen. They've all been really good defensively for Leicester City, and I think that they're trying to rebuild that defense they had a few years ago with Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, Soyuncu, who all either dipped in form like Soyuncu, or obviously Harry Maguire ended up leaving to Manchester United. But I think they have a good core defensively. So yeah, man, that's the last thing I had to say about the Arsenal Leicester City game. So we can move on to our next slate: City versus Bournemouth. City trying to pursue Arsenal. 2 points behind. They won 4-1, clinical win. Does anyone want to start off? What are you guys' thoughts on this one, man?
I think. Go ahead, Naeem. Go ahead, Naeem.
All right. I want to say, man, I just want to shout out one person, man. Rico Lewis. This man is 18 years old.
Oh my!
This man is a baller, bro. Rico Lewis is amazing, man.
Bro.
I think so. Pep played a 4-2-3-1, and not from his usual 4-3-3. You know, you have to shake. You have to shake. So he played a 4-2. So he played a 4-2-3-1, right? And then he played Ake at the left. He played Ruben Diaz in the middle, and then he played Akanji, and then Rico Lewis on the right. Most of the time, Rico Lewis was drifting into the midfield, and they were playing a back three. Bro, this man Rico Lewis was everywhere, bro. He was guarding the he was playing right back, making tackles, coming back into the midfield, interchanging, and then balls to Foden and Haaland. Bro, this man was everywhere. Like for 18 years old, man, this man's amazing.
I literally had in my notes, man, Rico Lewis is up next, bro. He's going to be the next. And you know, over the past few years, England have produced some absolutely amazing right backs. The list goes on and on. Trent, Reece, Tariq Lamptey, even guys out in Crystal Palace, some of their fullbacks are cold, bro. But this guy, Rico Lewis, bro, he won the ball for City's opener. And one thing, another person, you said Rico Lewis, so I don't have to say too much about him. But another person I had to give my flowers to was Julian Alvarez, because you know he hasn't really gotten too many chances this season, especially after the World Cup. You know, and I thought it was interesting the fact that Pep decided to play him behind Haaland. But he's just the type of player that can do that. He can play out wide. He can play up top as a lone nine. He can play through the middle because he just is able to create all that. We saw him during the World Cup with Argentina playing up top. He's one of the highest scoring strikers in that World Cup. And he just looked really good, creating, scoring goals, got his brace. You know, I thought that he was really talented that game. And I think that it'll show Pep that he has an additional, threat to bring on or even start sometimes.
I just wanted to add on to that, though. Like, I actually think like Julian Alvarez is like the luckiest man on planet Earth, bro. Like,
his goals were lucky, but like it's just about being at the right time.
No, it's not even like this game though. Like most of his goals, like I've seen, is all luck. Like he was just like there in the right time, like, and he just taps that.
It's a skill though to be a poacher, man. There's a skill to be in the right place at the right time.
That's what I want to talk.
It's just like the way it just lands on his feet, just like ready to be scored. Like
I would even say that like I always one of my favorite things about guys like Victor Osimhen over at Napoli is that, and we didn't get to talk about it last episode, the Napoli versus Eintracht Frankfurt game, but when you watch this guy's movement and the way he's able to attack the spaces, get into wide open opportunities for himself, create for himself, it's a real talent, bro. Like like at the end of the day, even Haaland, it'll look like just, oh, this guy's just scoring tap ins. And, you know, I always talk about CR7. We're not going to talk about CR7 too much this episode, obviously. But I'm one of his number one haters. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do always give to him is the fact that it's not easy. Like scoring tap ins, like you might think it's not impressive, but it's really not easy to get into those positions and be able to, create that room for yourself. So I think that, Julian Alvarez, he's a young talent, bright future. I think that it is kind of difficult because Haaland's there, obviously. And I also do want to talk about Haaland and the fact that he was able to get back, of course, scoring again. He's already broken Sergio Aguero's Premier League tally, total goals 27. You know, he's always going to score. It's just whether or not, he's going to look good at the other things, the link-up play and all those other stuff. But I think Manchester City, and I was kind of, confused at their ability to defend on the counterattack. Sometimes they actually look kind of vulnerable at times this game, despite the fact they won 4-1. Especially in the first half, counterattacking football that Bournemouth was playing kind of troubled them. Never really got close, obviously, but Manchester City do have to play like this though if they want to catch up to Arsenal in the league.
No, I want to say like especially like last episode you guys were talking about how like Haaland like might be making the team worse and stuff like that, and I wanted to add on to that where it's like I do like low-key agree to that sentiment where it's like, because I feel like when Pep brought Haaland on, he was expecting like everyone around Haaland to like be putting like extra time on the field. So when it's like when you see like guys like Kevin De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva or like Riyad Mahrez or someone just like not performing like to that expectation that Pep had, like you see like Haaland might not be as effective as like they would want him to be. But
I mean,
today's go ahead.
Sorry, not to cut you off. Sorry. Another thing I wanted to comment on that is, another reason why people might say that is because, well, when you just go off the stats, obviously you see Haaland just scoring goals. They might not look at the actual game itself, use the eye test.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain games, especially this season, where and it was like this from when Haaland was at Dortmund too. If Haaland isn't getting touches in the box, he's having a no-show. He's on the game. It's 10 versus 11. There's certain games this season where he's had literally like less than 5 touches in the box, and Manchester City, they don't have a goal scoring threat other than him, because we talked about it last episode. Guys like Riyad Mahrez, they can come up with a goal. Riyad Mahrez, De Bruyne, obviously. De Bruyne has been in and out the lineup, especially recently because of like he had an illness or something like that. But yeah, if he's not in the box, bro, he's I don't want to say useless, but
But like what I'm saying is that like I'm pretty sure like Pep knew that like Haaland is useless like outside the box. Like,
I mean, yeah, I always said the main reason why I thought they signed him was to try to give them that edge in the Champions League. Mm-hmm. But honestly, in my honest opinion, I mean, we could get into this because I mean the episode isn't really centered around this, but I don't think that the reason why City haven't won a Champions League up to now is because it has anything to do with their striker or anything up top. I think it's Ederson, bro. And
Ederson?
I listen, bro. I've had this. Listen. I've had this opinion probably since Manchester City got knocked out by Lyon in the 2020 Champions League, bro. I think Ederson is one of the most overrated players in world football, bro. Let alone
I do think so. I think that too. Besides his distribution, he doesn't offer you anything.
This guy cannot save shots, bro. Not even goalkeeper. He'll come up every now and again with a great save. You know what I'm saying? But like this guy, like watch the way, bro. Even the game against RB Leipzig, and I forgot to mention this when we talked about it last episode, bro. Josko Gvardio's goal, bro. I have no idea what Ederson was doing there, bro. Came out, decided to run out, tried to retreat. Didn't know what he was doing, caught in 2 minds. That's the type of thing that you can't have in a goalkeeper if you want to win the Champions League, bro. Barca, I'm a Barca fan. I can tell you all about goalkeepers failing, and because this guy Ter Stegen has let us down in Europe year after year, bro.
I think everyone here can relate. The past few weeks were like,
oh yeah, you guys. I remember the Hayes been crazy. Has done some crazy things in the past week.
Hey, Ali still like that, bro. No hate on Ali, man.
Whoa.
But yeah, I mean,
I know the hay over there isn't talking, bro. Come on, man.
Just to get back to City, man. I think they just gotta gain confidence. I think guys like I said, Alvarez, even Phil Foden, he didn't have the best of games, but he at least scored. So I think that's a good way to restore his confidence. So, that's at least a positive note for them. So that game, decent, and now we're on to our next, man. And this one was a snooze fest, bro. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, bro. I'm gonna just let you have your moment, bro. Because
wait,
I'm gonna show y'all
I'm
gonna show y'all my notes. Let me show y'all my notes real quick for what I wrote down for this game. Can y'all see that?
All right. Let me tear apart my team, bro. So, mind you, Crystal Palace, they're the only team in 2023, like the year 2023, without a win in the Premier League.
Haven't won a game all year.
It's through like 7 games or something. They didn't even start Zaha. Zaha was like out with an injury or something.
Yeah.
We didn't start Gomez because obviously what happened midweek, bro. Like this man stuck it up against Real Madrid, bro. Dude, I can't back Klopp anymore, bro. I'm getting tired of this man, bro. I'm getting tired
of Klopp,
bro. Okay, you start Henderson. Okay, I get it, captain, this and that. Okay, bro. Why are we starting Milner? He's like 48, bro. Why are we still starting Milner in the midfield? I don't get it, bro. He had Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho on the bench, and he started Milner. Like, I don't get it, bro. This man's decision making is just all over the place. And then Darwin Núñez missed the game too. Man, as much hate as Darwin Núñez gets, he can't finish this and that, bro. We're a completely team with Núñez and without, bro. The chances we get with Núñez is just incredible, man. But the one thing I want to highlight the most was obviously our defending has been trash all year. But this man Trent, bro, I've been backing Trent all year, bro. They've been hating on this man left, right, and center, bro. Trent's defending this game was so poor. Like, mind you, it's poor like almost every game, but like he makes it up. It's not like as bad. Like he usually has like bad games, but bro, this game, bro, he had like 2 or 3 giveaways, and then that almost led to goals, and then. Bro, he was just letting everybody get past him, bro. It was just, bro, like the positioning. I remember they crossed it in, and this man was just looking up in the sky trying to see what the ball is. By the time he looked down, bro, they had already shot the ball. Like, I don't know if it's just like he doesn't want to defend or he just can't defend. I don't know which one it is.
It's good. He just can't, bro. He just can't. He just
at
doesn't
this
have
point,
the
like,
and I mean, you know, in a normal season, him not being able to defend wouldn't matter because, you know, Virgil van Dijk would be behind him in good form. Joel Matip, you know, I don't know about this season, but in seasons past, I think Joel Matip is a very underrated player in that Liverpool system for the past few years. I don't know about this season though, but you know, they would be looking good. And obviously Konate, but he's just not playing. So in a regular season, I think that it really wouldn't matter. But this season, with the deficiencies that Liverpool have in defense, bro, it just makes it look 10 times worse. And we're seeing that now from all these bad losses that Liverpool have had this season. Games like this where they didn't concede a goal, but you can still see the deficiencies. It's clear as day, man.
It could have gained more than 1 point easily.
Mm-hmm.
We had so many chances, man. Like that first half, bro.
You guys really need it.
Yeah, that first half, man. As much as people have been saying Wakpo, this and that, bro. Cody Gakpo, he was amazing that first half. That for me, he stood out because he was coming down to the midfield, playing almost like as a false 9 because he started as striker. He was playing as a false 9, and bro, he was linking up like almost like what Bobby Firmino used to do when Mane was with us, bro. He was coming down, making amazing passes. He had a shot on goal, but he got saved. But Gakpo and Nunez have picked it up recently. But it's just like if the midfield and defense is inconsistent, bro, the attack, like, it's not going to be there every time too. It starts at all 3 levels, and like if the midfield is not offering the attack anything, then the attack's not going to do as well. But talking about the midfield, bro, Fabinho got subbed on in like the 60th or 70th minute. Bro, 10 minutes later, he ended up with a yellow card. Bro, this man cannot go without fouling a game, bro.
We were literally we were all on a call editing like our last video, and all I hear is Naeem just like, bro, he's like, bro, Fabinho, this guy, bro. This guy.
Fabinho racking up the cars, bro. He can't stop.
Bro,
he literally can't stop.
Casemiro gets the yellow cards too, but man, that man is elite, bro. That man is elite. He does his job defensively. Fabinho is just Casemiro without the defense. It's just the yellow cards. He's Casemiro without the defending, just the yellow cards. He just gets the yellow cards. That's it. That's all he provides for us, bro.
What happened to Fabinho, bro? What happened to him? What do you think happened to him?
You can arguably say he was the best defensive mid in the world. I still had Casemiro above him, but he was up there in the conversations. But I don't know. 1 year, it's just 1 year. I don't know what happened to him. Just 1 year, and it's just gone. It was just another mid performance, bro. Like I think Klopp tries to shake like Guardiola, but he doesn't have the right players to shake, man. That's like, bro, that shake is expired, bro. Like that shit is like, it's bad. We're in 7th place with the game in hand. We're 3 points behind 6th, and then we're 9 points behind 4th place Tottenham. Like we were like,
forget 4th place, bro.
Bro, last week we were literally like 5 or 6 points behind, but Tottenham have been red hot. I think they won like 4 out of the last 5. They've been red hot, so it's like Liverpool, man. Like I said it in the last episode before we talked about when we were talking about this Crystal Palace game. Like before that Crystal Palace game, we could have got top 4. It was whether or not we were going to do it. I said if we don't get a win here, we're not going to do it. And bro, you see it, man. With these performances, we can't do it, man. So
I mean, like you gotta cut your team some slack, bro. Y'all just came off like a, you know what I mean, like a shot.
Bro, we've been trying to try all year, man.
And also, another interesting stat is that last season, you guys played like every single game possible.
Yeah.
So like that is just that's unheard of. The amount of games, bro. 38 games in the Prem. Y'all went to the Champions League final, Carabao Cup final. Like this literally every single competition.
But this is why I blame like Klopp and the owners, man. Like, bro, bring in people, man. They brought in like one or two players like Carvalho. They brought him in. They barely use him, and they just keep starting 90-year-old Henderson and 85-year-old Milner in the midfield. Bro, their legs are gone, man. They can't play week in and week out. It's just not possible for them.
Well, you guys have a lot of players that, just not use. I mean, I remember yesterday, Naby Keita, I was I was interested to see him even playing, but him, Thiago, what's going on with, like, I mean, you guys have more midfielders, Arthur Melo, what's going on with him?
Bro, it's just injuries. We don't have a doctor, bro. Like, the amount of things I would do to be a Liverpool doctor is crazy. To help out my club, man, I would do a lot of things, bro. I can't say it on camera, bro. I can't say it.
Y'all need Jude, man. I think Jude is what'll.
But like, dude, okay, we get Jude, right? Obviously, he's amazing, this and that. But like, bro, we need more than one midfielder, bro. Like, why didn't we sign like Mateus Nunes from Wolves this past January window? But like, I get it, Gakpo's a good signing, but bro, we could have got him over the summer or something. Bro,
I mean, like you said, like it starts all three levels. You just get. You get Jude. Maybe like he begins like he excels in that level, starts it up for you guys, and there's just like the catapult forward.
Yeah,
you guys have a lot. Like for the amount that Klopp rotates, like which is very little, like you said. I some of these players I've forgotten even play for y'all. Like y'all, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro.
Don't remind me that little period when he was starting. Bro, it was a little period when he was starting with left wing. Bro, watching Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain play left wing it hurt every time I saw him with the ball. Bro, like all these years he were Arsenal, I still don't know what his main position is. What is Oxlade's main position? I still don't know.
They moved him all over the place, fullback, midfield, wing, all over the place.
Don't you also have like Curtis Jones still too?
Bro, Curtis Jones, I don't even see him on the bench anymore, bro. He might be injured as well, bro. Like, people are just injured left, right, and center, bro. I don't know what they do when they get home, but they find some way to get some type of injury on the way home, man. It's just crazy. The doctors, we don't have a doctor. All my upcoming doctors, please, Liverpool Football Club, please apply, because we need a doctor, man. We need a doctor, bro.
All right,
it's just bad. It's just mid. That's all I can say.
Any closing comments you got about Liverpool? Just let it all out, man. It's a safe space.
Snooze fest, man. Yeah, I literally do that. I forgot the TV was on, bro. I swear to God, I forgot the TV was on, bro.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I didn't even tune in. I can't lie.
Oh,
dude.
I don't blame you.
I already knew that Jones movie. Yeah.
You didn't miss much, bro.
All right, man. So
it was just bad.
So that wraps it up for our Saturday Premier League games. Now we move on to Sunday's game. There's only one game, of course, because the Carabao Cup, they didn't want to interfere too much with that. So our lone Premier League game from Sunday was Chelsea versus Tottenham, man. So, I'll start off for this one. Last episode we predicted that it would be another snooze fest, low scoring. But, in the Conte's absence, Stellini, his teams looked very good, bro. And I know Conte will probably be giving him advice and things like that, but I read somewhere that Conte actually told him, "You're the one who's in training. I'm not there. You can pick the 11. You go with what you feel. If the game feels right, change what needs to be changed." And he's been really good. That's I think Naeem said earlier, 4 wins on the bounce, man. So I was surprised they didn't go defensive, bro. They were actually trying to play free flowing football. Mm-hmm. It wasn't 11 dudes behind the ball. Let's try to kick it up to Harry Kane, have him hold off 3 dudes at the same time, and looking for options that aren't there. It was really good, from Tottenham what I saw. Harry Kane was able to get his 18th goal of the season in the Prem. Really good. And I thought that Chelsea, they had quality up top. Well, not up top as in like finishing, but I think Ziyech had a really good game, but just it's the same story every single game with Chelsea. They lack that final end product, bro. They don't have.
I wanted to add on, like, you said, like, Ederson is one of the most overrated players in the world. I think this man is just overrated in his own, like, club, bro. Kai Havertz is dog shit.
has not been good this season.
Bro, like everyone hypes him up because of the Champions League final goal. That's cool, bro. He offers nothing, man. They keep starting him week in and week out. I don't know why they do that. Like, I get it, you don't have a number 9, but you have better options than Kai Havertz, bro. Try somebody else up there, bro. Just try somebody else besides Kai Havertz.
One thing I want to say about Kai Havertz is, like, you know, I don't want to compare him to Timo Werner, but like in terms of playing style, but I think he's one of those players like Timo Werner where it's like he's kind of misunderstood, like especially last season, because like people were calling him bad, even like ever since he's been there, they've been calling him bad because it's like, oh, Kai Havertz, you know, no assists, no goals or whatever. But like that's not really like a part of his game, if that makes sense. He's the type of guy that, just like what Werner does, he's not what he does doesn't show up in the stats. He's gonna pass it to the person who gets the assist. He's gonna be running in behind, darting runs that you know, open up space for the actual, you know, the guy who got the dummy. And I think that this season it's been bad, but I don't want to say he's been bad like this whole Chelsea stint or anything like that, anything crazy. You know, Chelsea just the whole team just there's no cohesiveness, man. And as good as, like, you know, we can say maybe their defense has been, even though like they lost this game 2-0, obviously, but guys like Thiago Silva, we said last episode, we mentioned it, he's just looked very good despite the results. I don't really like Koulibaly at all. I don't like that. Signing was always questionable from day one, you know, but when you put things into the big picture, I know a lot of Chelsea fans, they don't want Graham Potter there anymore, man. And I really wish that, I was thinking about it earlier today, I really wish that Graham Potter didn't leave Brighton, man. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, man.
Something I wanted to add about Chelsea, like, bro, like these midfield players, like, it was looking like they were scared to like make those like passes to like people that were making runs. Like, there were many times where like you could even see, like, what's his name, Joao Felix, like he would make a run calling for the ball, like he wouldn't get it. You would see him like clearly like frustrated on the field.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be something said about that. Where it's like, I mean, the one play I saw today that was like damn, I feel bad for him, was really Joao Felix. Like he was really
dude, that's how it's been, bro. The Dortmund game was the same way.
It is.
He's definitely been their best attacking option. Well, I mean, Ziyech had a good game, like I said, but overall, since he's been there, he's definitely been their best attacking option.
Felix is amazing, and then Enzo Fernandez stands out too, man. Enzo Fernandez is good too. But like besides that, nobody.
I also want to say, like, what's his name, Mudryk? Like the little time he had today, like, I don't know. I feel like he should have like had more minutes today. I don't know. I just saw something, like, I was like, he might have done something if they put him on earlier, because like he had that energy and like. Damn, bro, I don't know. Chelsea, man.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because I think they were playing Ben Davies at left wing back, and I think he could have outpaced him if they started him. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Graham Potter looking iffy.
There was a lot of things, like, I could kind of see why people say that Graham Potter's just lost right now in that job, man. Bringing on guy, like, he was desperate, bro. Bringing on Aubameyang, who has barely featured at all this. Like, there's been games where he's been left out of the whole squad altogether, and he's been being brought on. You know, Mason Mount, he's been poor this season as well. Like, I feel kind of bad because, like, I'm a big Mason Mount fan, but he needs to just get his confidence back up to get back to where he was, you know, before the World Cup this year, and last season more so. And Chelsea have a long way to go, man. These signings, they spent so much money. Some of these guys have looked good. Some of them haven't seen enough, like Zaynal said about Mudryk. Actually, they're about to start calling Mudryk. Do y'all know about the 007 thing? They call me 007. Yeah. They're about to start doing that with Mudryk, bro. It's about to happen to Mudryk too, bro. So
what's his name? Lukaku at one point, right?
Bro, yeah, like all these.
I think it was 009. I can't remember.
Lukaku was bad, but we don't got to talk about that. I don't want to torture the Chelsea fans today, man. But yeah, for Chelsea, man, they got a lot of work to do. I want to give Tottenham their flowers, especially Stellini, man. He's been good at the helm in Conte's absence, man. So shout out to Tottenham, man.
What did we predict? 0-0.
I predicted 2-1.
I predicted 1-0.
And Chelsea should have scored too. It should have been 2-1, but they, like I said, the final product was a lot.
I want to talk about the VAR quickly about that game, because I don't know if you remember 1 minute into added time in the first half, Richarlison got fouled by Hakim Ziyech, right? And this man Ziyech just stood over him. He just stood over him like he did something. Then Richarlison gets up. He pushes Ziyech, and out of nowhere, this man Emerson Royale comes out of nowhere, pushes Ziyech in the back, and then Ziyech like hits his face or whatever, and he gets a red card for it. But then they go to VAR, and they say he didn't hit his face, he just hit his arm, and then it just went into his face. So they give him a yellow. But my whole thing with it is he got a yellow for the foul and yellow for the altercation. Isn't that a red?
No, the ref said like the first yellow he didn't give it to he didn't give him the first yellow.
Oh, okay.
It was never a red anyways to begin with, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty soft. That was pretty soft.
It ended up being a good decision. That's why I'm a big advocate for VAR, man. I know people hate it, but I love it, man.
Yeah, that first Tottenham goal was amazing, by the way. Oliver skipped that strike off the top of the crossbar.
He had a great game.
And that was a screamer, man.
He's really good.
Give him his flowers.
Just giving Tottenham their flowers, man. Tottenham in fourth place, looking strong, trying to secure that Champions League spot. And that's it for the Premier League games. Now we move on to the EFL Cup. Manchester United played against Newcastle United. I have two United fans here who gonna want to talk. They talk.
So, I got too much to say.
Oh, he brought the kid out. He brought the kid out.
First trophy is 6 years, bro?
Oh, 7 years.
Yeah.
No, 6. Okay, sorry.
Six.
That's what they're saying, man. They saying first trophy in 6 years, bro.
Since the Europa League in 2017.
Y'all got to take the floor, man. I'm not gonna say anything. Y'all got to take the floor.
I got too much to say right now, bro. I got too much to say. Starting off, the lineup. I love this so much. I love the formation. I love what he did. You know, we had the back line. It was a near perfect lineup. You know, back line of Dalot, Varane, Martinez, and Shaw. I would rather start Wan-Bissaka, but it's okay. We moved. Fred and Casemiro in the midfield. And then we just run a wing of Anthony and Rashford, Bruno at cam, and then Weghorst at striker. Perfect. I couldn't ask for anything more except for Wan-Bissaka. You know, Dalot, like, it was very questionable. I'd rather Wan-Bissaka because St. Max was cooking that boy. He had him twerking about 6 times. So, that's the only, starting off with the first goal, Shaw, crazy ball into Casemiro. There's nothing more you could say. Even after, the goal scored, the camera pan to Ten Hag, didn't show any emotion. And that's, probably one of my favorite moments in the game. Bro just said, get back, keep moving, bro. Second goal, that guy Carrier strikes again, man. That guy is some dog food.
I don't think that had to do anything with Karius, to be honest with you.
Nah, bro. I can't lie. The way
there's a bad deflection.
They're being a little harsh on him during the broadcast. They're being harsh.
I didn't think that was Karius' fault at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Wait, but the ref, they gave that goal as an own goal.
Yeah, it's an own goal. I was going to get into the build up for that goal. Finally, Weghorst would have it would have counted as a contribution to him. We finally see I like what we saw from Weghorst today. You know, he was active. He was in the attack. He was helping out in the midfield. He was pushing forward. I think it's the best we've ever seen Weghorst play ever since we signed him. It would have been Rashford's 25th goal in all competition, but they got disallowed because of the own goal, and it would have let him score in every round of the Carabao Cup. Second half, I will say, played a lot better starting off. Wan-Bissaka got subbed on for Dalot. Wan-Bissaka, amazing start, clinical, went crazy. There's one play, intercepted the ball, started the attack, passed it down to I'm trying to remember. I think Bruno, and I'm gonna get into Bruno, that one-on-one, man. He has to finish that, but it's okay. We still won. That's my one issue with the second half of the game in total. We missed way too many easy chances. Fred, he had this one shot, could have passed it down on the right side, instead just took the shot, which I'm not mad at, but better options. Nothing we could do now. It's moved on. What else? Martinez, same as always, crazy defensive presence. Casemiro, insane. He's one of my favorite signings, man. and under like the finals lights, he's had 17 finals and 16 wins. Like that guy deserves as many flowers as he can. And I also got to give it to De Gea. He has the most clean sheets now in United history. So it's looking good for United, man. That's just 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 to come. I'm ready for the next
quadruple.
Yeah,
you thought that mini quadruple, right? Because you guys are in the Europa League.
You said what?
It's that mini quadruple. It's not the Champions League, but you got the Europa League this year.
What place, Liverpool?
Nah, for real, bro. We just getting so in our cabinet.
I actually want to know what you guys are thinking about the game. You know, I enjoy. One of the most like enjoying games I ever watched.
I'm gonna let Zamos go since he's
I'm the United fan.
Honorary.
I wanted to say like I was like, what's it called, the Weghorst. Like I was very happy with him today because like he was actually like confident for once. Like
he was active.
But like I guess that's to be like credited to I give Weghorst's like performance today, like his confidence to like I give credit to Ten Hag, seeing as like he like even though Weghorst was like pretty useless the past couple of games like before this, like Ten Hag like kept on putting him in the starting lineup, like, and it's like I low-key feel bad for Weghorst because like this is all happening because Rashford is in form, like he low-key got hoed because Rashford just like kept on bagging goals. So like,
yeah.
He was never gonna be like he was never gonna come in and like BL's like number one. He was
never gonna be.
No, but like he was supposed to be like because like there were games where like all the players were looking for Rashford, like nobody was looking for Weghorst. Like there was I think it was like the Leeds game where like Weghorst was playing up top, dudes would go like out wide, but like never cross it when Weghorst was there. But like right after Weghorst got subbed and then Rashford went into striker, like the first like opportunity they had, like they crossed that man, like resulting in a goal. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah,
but, like,
I do.
It was just stuff like that where like it didn't make sense. But I mean, like as like I feel like next season we'll really see what Weghorst is about. So like I'm happy to see like I'm excited to see where this would go. Someone else like what else was there that? Oh yeah, I want to talk about the second half. Like, bro, what was up with Newcastle, bro? Like them dudes were actually they could not like score a goal. Like they couldn't even like get any shots on target. Like they had like 2 shots on target the whole game.
I'm not gonna lie, they pissed me off that second half, bro.
Like, it was so bad.
We'll add the first half, like it was kind of passing triangles around us. I can't lie. Like we was getting broken down a little bit, and then
bro, like they were doing well, like link up play, but like they literally had no solid chance, bro.
It was very bad.
It was getting to the point where like their fans were making all this noise and they were celebrating corners and stuff. Every time they got a corner, bro, it was a loud roar from the crowd. St. Maximin's punching his fists, and bro, you're supposed to.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know what he's doing that for, bro.
You guys see that
one? Bro.
Say again?
What?
That one attempted cross by St. Max. I don't know what happened, bro. Like it hit the ground.
Oh yeah, he slipped or something.
Oh yeah, he like missed the whole ball.
Yeah.
The first half he was cooking Dallo like crazy, but it's Dallo.
Speaking of St. Maximin though, like that guy actually can't pass. Like this whole game, like his passing was like horrible. He was doing his thing like dribbling wise, like Dallo couldn't keep up, but like he actually couldn't pick out the right pass like to save his life. Like, he was losing the ball too much.
Yeah, that's why
what I will say about like that right back position, man. Again, like Dallo's like he's decent, but like Wan-Bissaka, like of recent, bro, he's been showing his heart, bro. Like he's actually like putting his life on the line for the he gets
that game.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead, my man.
I was just saying like he genuinely like he puts in like great tackles. He knows when to put in his slide tackle. He knows when to do all this. He can move the ball forward easily. My only issue is just like the just the cross and shot low over and over. But it's whatever at that point. He knows how to move the ball.
There's few times where I've seen Wan-Bissaka go up, and I'm like, dang, if they had Dallo out there, bro, something could have happened. Because like sometimes Wan-Bissaka can't pick out the right pass. Like like the distribution that Dallo gives you is way better, but Wan-Bissaka on the defensive end is just a beast.
He's too good.
He's too good on the defensive end.
Again, the other side with Shaw, man, like that guy, he can never like not amaze me at this point. His passes are crazy. That cross into Casemiro was pinpoint. Nothing more like less. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, you know, and then
great team win, man. Congrats, bro. I can't say nothing. Man.
I was going to say to wrap up, man. I just want to say congratulations to the United fans out there. Y'all had a tough wait. Y'all lost some close finals in that time, the Villarreal and the Europa League, man. I know y'all remember that well. Those penalties, 12 penalties, 11, whatever it was for both teams. David De Gea could not, bro. He could not do anything in last penalty shootout.
He couldn't save shit, bro.
But it's been a long wait. But good things come to those. Man.
He got his clean sheets, man. Like I saw Ten Hag smile for the first time in like 6 years, bro. Like it was crazy.
That boy was dancing. That boy was dancing with
he was dancing with his Ajax boys.
Yeah, that boy was dancing.
His Ajax boys, he was getting lit with them.
Yeah. On the sidelines, you see what's it called? The games like the whistle's not blowing. You see Rashford like the passion. He's like, ref, please. Like just.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if you guys saw this one thing with. Go ahead.
I was gonna add about Anthony. I forgot to talk about him. Can't lie, bro.
I was about to say that too.
Every game, bro. That brought it getting more and more selfish, bro. I can't lie to you,
bro. There was definitely one moment where he was wilding, bro.
Bro, he was
bro. He was. Bro, I don't know why he did that. That is like, bro. That is what you do on the playground, bro. Like that's the most resilient thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
he's actually a troll for that, bro.
Like he beat him, and then he was like, "Nah, let me come back around." And then let me come back. He was like, "Bro, like."
I don't blame Jolinton for what he did, bro. Just
I don't blame him. I was actually happy. I was like, "Bro, get this guy."
I can't like that was like the one thing I was like I wasn't even mad at that. Like I can't lie, I was happy when he did that.
Yeah. I want to say about Lisandro Martinez, man. That man got knocked in the head off of that the header by Fabian Schär, and he was bleeding on the top of his head. I don't know if you guys seen this picture of when they crossed the ball to Callum Wilson once, and he had his leg high up trying to hit.
He went for the header.
And Lisandro Martinez, short ass, still went in with his head trying to hit the ball, knowing that his head's banged up. But that man, you guys got a good one, man. He's a warrior, man.
He's a warrior.
And I can't lie though, like that's what scares me, bro. Like some of the stuff he does, it's like too hard on himself. Like,
it's only gonna be a problem until it's a problem. It's only a problem until it's a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
He was pivotal to Argentina's World Cup win. He's doing that same type of stuff at United. You know, just fearless fearless, fierce. I combine those two words, but he's been absolutely amazing, bro. And it's hard to say who. I mean, most people say Rashford, but it's been hard like to say who's been United's best player this season. He's definitely up there. Him, Casemiro, Rashford. For me, it'd be Casemiro because I mean. I guess like the argument could be different depending on like how you actually describe it, because if you say who's been United's best player, you might say Rashford. But if you say who's been the most important, I think it's 100% Casemiro. Like you guys literally look different when he's out of the lineup completely. That game against Arsenal where he didn't play, completely different result if he's playing. So I definitely think he's United's most important player. What a sign!
I have a hot take about Casemiro.
I was gonna say his goal isn't seen like Rashford. You get the goal, you get the assist, like it's all recorded. Like Casemiro's defensive presence, like no one like it's like there's stats for it, but it's like not the first thing you see. You have to look for it. Like you have to see, like you have to watch the game. You have to see like his presence along with Martinez. Like his presence, he knows when to pick the ball out. He knows he has great defensive positioning. All this and all that. Even given his height, man. Like I remember hearing certain dudes. I won't say who, calling like. Either like, wow, y'all signed a center back shorter than Messi. Like, let's be. Like,
I think I know who said that.
Yeah, I definitely know who said that.
I'm not.
But yeah, man. Hey, let's.
I think Casemiro's the best signing for United since Van Persie. That's what I think.
Hey, go ahead. It was short, but the stint where Zlatan was there, bro, he came in and was just scoring goals left, right, and center for United, bro.
He was, but
I want to give an honorable mention to him. Yeah,
Casemiro is so valuable, and I think he's going to be there for a longer time. I think he's going to be as valuable for a longer time.
Definitely. It's definitely. I think I agree with that. Best signing since Van Persie.
I have a question.
Like with Casemiro though, there's just like that one thing where it's like dude's always getting like booked, bro. Like
that's why I said about Fabinho. That's why I said about Fabinho, bro. He's Fabinho is Casemiro without the defense. Like they both get yellow cards, but Casemiro defends, bro. At least he knows how to defend.
The funny thing is that like when Casemiro was at Real, the exact same things. He would do the exact same things and never get, bro. Barca, ask any Barca fan, bro.
They wouldn't get.
We had to go through this guy. We had to go through this guy doing these crazy challenges in La Liga. Referees would just look the other way, bro. Not do anything about it. Now he's in the Prem and they're carding him. He's missed suspension and all that.
That guy's aggression is so like sometimes it's so annoying. Like, do you guys remember when he choked out that one guy? Like,
that was
what are you doing?
That was crazy.
Bro. He yanked him, bro. He threw him to the ground, and I was just thinking,
no sense.
I was just like remembering.
Like, might have slide in La Liga, bro, but we in the Prem, bro. You can't be doing that to
bro.
me,
that was
bro.
bad. Like you saw his
bro,
face.
Really used to La Liga.
I was gonna say, I remember like many people were saying like washed Madrid signing, like same with Ron, like we're getting washed players, but let's like they've skyrocketed United, bro.
Yeah. He came in not looking in good shape though.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he came in not looking great, but like give him some time, let him adjust. It's like, he's looking.
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Yeah, I was talking about Ron.
I thought that was someone on too.
I mean, but Casemiro more like I think he was like kind of ghost the first debut game, but it was kind of the reverse for Anthony. Anthony like went crazy. He just declined a bit. But I have a question.
Go ahead.
Does Ronaldo still get a medal?
No, not for the EFL. If you guys win the Europa League, I think
the Europa League he gets a.
But for the EFL Cup, he does not get a medal. I made sure to verify that information. But anyways, to wrap up the United talk, man, y'all, give y'all flowers.
I told you, I was gonna be laid back. I told you, I was complacent, bro. I do not lie.
It looked bad. It looked the first 15 minutes of that game. It looked like they was about to run y'all.
They was.
But like that's how it is always though. Like with us, like
we are.
They dominate possession. It was just. United were just the more clinical side at the end of the day.
Against Barca, bro. I literally said we're a second half team. While watching the game down, like we were a second half team over and over and over. We come back in the second half, we do our thing, and just we get results.
Yeah, shout out to United, but that's it for the England section of the podcast. We're gonna get into a very quick La Liga roundup, and it starts with the Derby de Madrid, Real Madrid versus Atleti. Man, I was excited for this game. Because I don't know why I just felt, being a Barca fan, bro, over the years I've had to depend on Atleti to do a lot of things, beat Real Madrid. They never do it, bro. They always fail to beat Real Madrid. And it wasn't any different today. They couldn't, but they went down to 10 men and were still able to take the lead. Jose Maria Jimenez from a Griezmann cross from the free kick, man.
Beautiful
and
delivery.
It was a brilliant delivery. I've said about Griezmann all season long, bro. Like the type of like roles Simeone has him deployed in, and it's a similar role to what he played with France, where he's like a center midfielder, kind of attacking mid, trying to create in behind, not necessarily a lone striker. He's able to create a lot of chances, bro. And Atleti had a decent amount of chances, especially in that first half, where especially the chance where Griezmann whipped in a low cross, Saul tried to connect, just come swing and a miss. Completely annoyed me, man, because Real Madrid looked like they were on the back foot a couple of times. I think that Dani Ceballos, he's been in and out of the lineup this season, and I don't necessarily think that he should start. Obviously, they have a lot of options: Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Modric, Kroos, just to name a few. But he off the bench, he is really, really good, man. Like he started this game, looked good to me. He was everywhere on the pitch. He was defending, passes, all that type of things. So I think he had a really good game overall. He got subbed in the end, but I think Savage looked really good defensively as well that game. He had the Vinicius matchup a couple times dealt with him, you know, as best as he possibly could, considering the fact that obviously he's not anywhere near as quick as Vinicius. And for Madrid, you know, I saw a lot of bright spots. Nacho looked really good going forward. Defensively, I'm not too sure about that, but there was a couple of chances he had going forward that I thought he was like really good. His contract, I think his contract and Ceballos' contract went out this summer, so Real Madrid have a couple of decisions to make. The first half obviously ended 0-0. Both teams were pretty bad in the final third. Couldn't get that final product. But you know, overall, I think you know, Atleti trying to move up in the table. You know, I think they're outside of the Champions League spots right now. I think the top four is like us, Real Madrid, Sociedad, and it might be like East maybe, or
it's
I haven't checked them
Barca, Madrid, Sociedad, Atletico.
Oh, they're in now. Okay, so you know they're trying to make sure that they stay in there, which is really impressive to me. And you know, a note that I took, bro, though, when I was watching that game, bro, Marco Asensio is garbage, bro.
I thought the same thing in the World Cup, bro. I thought the same thing in the World Cup.
Bro, he was bad, bro. Oh, and he was who I was talking about. His contract expires this summer. Him and Ceballos. Not just Mike too, actually. But I don't know whether or not Real Madrid want to try to re-sign him. Like off the bench, Marco Asensio is an interesting option because you know, he has goals in him, but bro, when he starts, bro.
Yeah, one thing I saw with Madrid was they really missed Rodrigo on the right hand side. Rodrigo didn't play. I don't know if it was because of injury or whatever, but yeah, he didn't play. They were missing Rodrigo on that right hand side because you said Asensio was absolutely trash. But if you know one thing about me, I love hating on refs. So I just want to get to this real quick. I love hating on refs.
Oh my goodness,
bro!
I was just about to get
how is that little nudge by Correa? That little nudge by Correa to
never a red card.
How was that a red card, bro? The man
just
went up red card. It was a little nudge.
Ahead.
It was anything crazy, and he just fell and flopped, and it was a red card. I don't know, man.
I just want to say, bro, I'm no conspiracy theorist, bro, and I know Barca has been in the news recently because of the whole Negreira situation that we pay the refs. You know, we don't sweep that under the rug right now. We can get into the politics later, but that was the most innocuous thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like Correa is literally trying to shield the ball from Rudiger. Rudiger reacts 2 seconds late, gets hit, stands for a little bit, and then falls over. And Gil Manzano goes for it, bro. And Gil Manzano has a track record for these questionable decisions when it comes to Madrid, bro. And you know, I think I read a stat somewhere that Real Madrid have like a 84% win percentage when Gil Manzano referees their games, bro. That cannot be no coincidence, bro. And it's been this way for a long time, bro. For as long as I can remember, Gil Manzano, bro, biased towards Madrid, bro. I'm telling you, you heard it here first, bro.
I have a question for you, Edwin. Since we're on the topic of Atletico, I just want to ask you, like, short summary, like what happened to Griezmann and Barca? That's happening in, what's happening in Atletico with Griezmann? That didn't happen with Barcelona. I'm not like really familiar.
I think it was just the role that Griezmann was in when he was with us, man. You know, like Griezmann's the type of player where like he needs the freedom, if that makes sense. Like right now, he has the freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's dropping deeper into the midfield. He's creating for other guys, Carrasco. You know what I'm saying? When Morata came on, he's creating for guys like that. At Barca, like it was like we just expected something from him that he's never been, bro. To be like, well, not that he's never been, like he can score goals. He has the ability to score goals, but to be this killer striker like Luis Suarez that we wanted him to replace, it was never gonna happen. Especially when he's playing next to Messi, and Messi took up 100% of our playmaking duties back then. So and another big thing for him was his confidence. His confidence was low because the first season that he was with us, he didn't actually look horrible. It was that second season where his confidence just started to drop and things just started to look bad for him, man. So I love Griezmann, man. He's one of my favorite players. I'm very glad that he's, you know, somewhat getting back to his old self. He's had a decent La Liga campaign this year. So, you know, he was very dangerous, obviously, in that game against Madrid yesterday, it's yesterday now. But, man, you know, I think that Atleti have a lot to do to try to maintain that fourth spot. And Real Madrid 7 points behind Barca right now. It actually decreased from 8 points because what we're about to talk about, we dropped points. And that's a good way to transition. That's a good way to transition into.
You're not gonna shout out the 18-year-old, another 18-year-old.
Oh man, I almost forgot, man. Alvaro Rodriguez, man. You know, he was at Real Madrid Castilla. He wasn't really like a crazy goal scorer. I think he had like, I checked, he had like 9 goals and like 33 league appearances, or something like that. But he was dangerous. He was a threat. Like he could have scored a second goal. Like other than the goal that he did score, he had another chance that he could have put away. But he had an assist on his debut. I think it was against Elche. And he's just, you know, he looks like a good talent, man. I don't know. I don't want to say that he's gonna be like the next, like, you know, Karim Benzema or something like that, but he's looked very, very good. And
touch team, man. That was a beautiful finish.
It was great. It was a great header. You know what I'm saying? It's really similar to the header that Jose Maria Jimenez scored in off the post. So yeah, shout out to Alvaro Rodriguez, man. And now we can segue into our final match, which is probably not going to take up too much of our time because literally nothing happened, bro. Almería against Barcelona. Barcelona dropped points in a loss. First time we lost in the league in a while. Yeah, man, you know, just my short thoughts from this game. Everyone just looked so bad, bro. Every single player on that 11 looked terrible, bro. You know, we started Eric Garcia back. It doesn't surprise me that Xavi decided to rotate for this game. Well, it actually kind of does surprise me because the game against Cadiz, he decided to play like a starting like a starting caliber 11, and then the game against Manchester United, the first leg, he decided to play Marcos Alonso and Jordi Alba. Like his selection sometimes, bro, it just it's tiring, bro, as a Barca fan. And you know, Sergio Roberto once again in the midfield. I don't know why, bro. We ended up losing the game anyways, bro. Just play one of the young players. Start Pablo Torre, bro. And we saw Angel Alarcon came on in the second half. I didn't even see too much from him anyways because, you know, the game was just so agonizingly bad from us, bro. And, you know, I'm not necessarily concerned. We have Valencia next in the league. Well, our next game is against Real Madrid on Thursday, but we have Valencia next in the league. Valencia have been really poor this season, but they just got a win against Real Sociedad 1-0. That was really important for them to climb out of the relegation zone. And they're going to be desperate to get those 3 points against us. It is at the Camp Nou, I believe. So hopefully we're able to get that win. We're going to be missing Gavi again because bro can't stop getting yellow cards, bro. Got another yellow, just a stupid yellow card today. So, you know, I mean, I'm not worried. I've seen a lot of Barca fans on Twitter, you know, they've been having meltdowns saying Xavi out, all this type of things, bro. I don't think that we need to panic yet. We're still 7 points on top. Let's just see how we do against Valencia. Let's just see how we do in the Copa del Rey, of course, but that's not our priority. The league is our priority. We still have El Clasico in the league as well coming up in a few weeks, maybe. Let's just see how everything goes, man. Like, but if we do manage to choke this joint away, bro, I'll be on the Xavi out train, bro. I'll be fully convinced. I'm only believing in Xavi right now because I've seen what he can do. You know what I'm saying? We've had good results this season. We've had horrible results this season, but just give him time. You know what I'm saying? The Barca fans are so reactionary. We just jump to the all the way to the cliff, bro. Just jump off all like every single time something goes wrong. So, you know, just have faith in the manager, bro. Let's try to see if we can get some guy. I've seen we've been linked with Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. If we can get him, bro, that would be amazing. Get some defenders. We signed Julian Araujo from LA Galaxy. He's at Barca Atletíco right now, though he's not with the first team. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's panic time yet. Not yet. So Barca fans, just keep calm, man. Let's just see how this season finishes. If we do choke, though, I'll be on your side, Xavi out. All right, I'll be forced to say it at that point.
I have two things to ask you from Barca. I just seen like you guys' last league loss was October 16th against Real Madrid, man. Is it gonna this next Real Madrid matchup? Or?
I don't know, man. That was the 3-1, right, at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Loss, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not particularly filled with confidence. It's not that. I mean, it's not like Real Madrid look the best either. I mean, at least in the league, they've dropped points. They dropped points recently. Real Sociedad that game. Alex Ramiro was incredible in that match. I think they dropped points against Osasuna as well, which Osasuna have been another really good team in the league this season. In the league, but obviously they might be more motivated because of that Champions League victory they had against Liverpool. I literally don't know how that game's gonna go. As long as our team is full strength, Pedri, Gavi's back, Dembele's back, I'll always give us a chance. So I think it could go well.
I also have something else. Did that guy Ter Stegen take a private jet to Turkey, bro?
He took the jet. He took the jet to Turkey. He got the job done, bro. He got the job done. Came back, had a buzz cut last season. Came back full head, bro. That don't happen overnight, bro. We know.
Bro, that shit is.
Bro.
He looks like an action figure, bro.
Our team is hair transplant FC, bro. Because Jordi Alba got one too, like 3 years ago, bro. Everybody on our team is getting
his looks natural, bro. Ter Stegen's looks awkward as hell, bro. Like,
I gotta pull Ter Stegen's, bro.
You just gotta let him, settle into his haircut for real. When you get some new hair, you gotta let it settle in the first, first couple of months, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? He don't look too bad though, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? With the hairline was back here, bro.
Yeah,
nah, bro.
You can tell that was affecting. I think might be why Ter Stegen's a little bit better this season, because when his hairline was back there, he was not filled with confidence, bro. He was spilling saves, conceding every match. But now he's got the hairline, bro. Ter Stegen is back, bro.
Hit
up Jordi Alba and let me know where he got his hair.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I gotta hit Fabinho, bro, because he's got to feel young.
A couple of years too, bro.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure to get a hair transplant, you have to take hair from your beard and put in your hair, something like that.
It's my hair, bro.
The what?
I thought it was anywhere.
Hair, bro.
I thought I've seen one person do it, and they said it was beard hair.
Some pictures it looks normal, but against United, bro, that shit looks like it was glued onto his head. It literally looked like an action figure, man.
That joint really came out of nowhere for real.
Wait, that's actually all I had for that.
So that wraps up our second episode of the Ball Boys podcast, man. How y'all feeling about that episode?
Great success.
Man. Yeah. Just
happy we included another head. We got some great points. The more the merrier. Yeah, it's always
Zemos, I just wanted to say thank you for being our first honorary guest on the Ball Boys podcast, man. You did a great job showing up, giving some different perspectives
for the people in the back.
He gave great analysis, man, on the United games, on all the games, bro. You came here, showed your knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody watching, man, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, man. We've been really, really grateful for the reception we've seen. We didn't expect. Not that it's anything crazy or anything. We haven't gotten 1 million views or anything like that. But like I said at the beginning of the podcast, bro, we said over 50 views. Me and Muhammad both went 50 or under. Sorry. So, we didn't expect to get anywhere over that. So we appreciate that. Anybody, I've seen a couple people reposting our stuff on Instagram too, bro. You are a W for that, man. I'm really grateful for that. So thank y'all for watching, man. And
hey. We just broke 100. We just broke 100.
100 views.
Broke 100 what?
100 views.
Subscribers?
Subscribers is crazy.
Views, brother.
Views. Oh, shit. Yes, sir.
Hey, triple digits on the first vid? And you guys were saying 150? I had hope.
I literally thought we were going to get 27 views on that video, bro.
I had hope.
You said what?
I said I literally thought we were going to get 27 views on that video. I'm not even joking. Thought we was doing good.
It was 41 when I watched that. I can't lie.
It was the first hour. The first hour had it damn near had 50 after an hour. Yeah. We're getting gassed off of 50 viewers. That's actually kind of crazy.
Hey, man, come on, bro.
Watching, bro.
100 views.
That is true though. That is a good way of putting it. Imagine there was 100 people in your room right now just sitting there watching talk about football.
That's true.
Hey, even 50, bro. Like
even 50. That's kind
of realistically 10 people is a lot, bro. So like it's 10.
Honestly,
I would have been hold if we had 10 viewers. I would have quit.
I would too, but like
I would not have done another video, bro. I would not have done the video. Not that views is everything, but I would not have continued.
We cleared for the pilot, bro.
Hey man, that was the pilot. I kind of do feel like though that like the momentum from the first episode, it was just the fact that it was the first episode. We might see less on this one, but that's fine. It's all part of the process. You know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate everyone for watching.
We're always learning, adapting new techniques to the videos.
I will say though, this episode was I feel like it was really good, man. Like I feel like it was better than the first one. I think it's gonna get better and better as we continue. I think I like this episode, man. I don't know what y'all think, but I liked
it too.
I really enjoyed myself today, man.
Comment and let us know. Comment.
I was gonna say, like this ain't it, bro. Like we still have NBA playoff basketball coming up. We had a crazy game today, Mavericks Lakers. Fucking shitter Mavericks, man. Oh my god, I was watching that game in the gym. I was so sick, bro. I was so sick watching that shit, bro. Kyrie dropped a stinker, like 1 for 5 in the fourth quarter, bro. Couldn't do his thing, like always. Even being this isn't the NBA episode, but Wait, who clapping? The John Wall fan?
I feel it.
The John Wall fan clapping?
Oh, we're not doing this right now. It's a soccer podcast.
Save it for the
soccer podcast.
Save it for the NBA. The NBA.
It's a soccer podcast,
man. All right, y'all. That's a wrap on this episode, the second episode of the Ball Boys podcast. And in regards of us having an honorary guest for the first time ever, I'm gonna have him sign us out, man. Zay wants to be your thing.
All right, man. I just want to say, again, thank y'all for having me. And I'm gonna be on the lookout for the next episode, whenever that is. But I'm gonna catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir, man.